Hello and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons Online, the Promised Land. On the Cormyr server, I'm your host Terry, and this is Judith Maccabeus, our conduit for adventure. And today will be a re-adventure. To make a long story short, yesterday I did this thing as the part 2 episode of this story mode.
Creatures to slay, evil overlords to depose.
Well, just like yesterday, hopeful, we will be testing out the PRNG, and then we will be doing another episode of story mode, where we go through and we read and listen to the narration of all of Strahd's scrolls in the land of Borovia. Now, it was pretty exciting and we got a lot of XP. But unfortunately, when I went to listen back on the recording to make sure I didn't notice that I had my PC speakers plugged in, which then rerouted audio for OBS to Oblivion, and so you could only hear me narrating and you couldn't hear any of the wonderful voice acting. And so this will be a second attempt at that. So that is what we are going to be up to today, and I hope it's an enjoyable episode because I don't mind doing this again. I mean, it's such a wonderful experience. The voice acting is great, the atmosphere is amazing, the message is amazing. Make sure all my gear is on correctly, get all the equipment we need necessary, because this is just going to be a lot of... I'm not going to use a potion because I think now in the land of Borovia I kind of peaked out at the epic number of slayers where I need another 1,500 to get there, and it was quite a couple of jaunts to get up to this much, so we'll work our way closer to 3,000, and then if I decide that getting a bunch of other XP is necessary, which I may by the time we do the third installment where we go through Tatiana's. I'll remain on the ship a second longer because we need to go down. This is where we go. Nope, this is the one. It's just closer when I teleport in by the tavern. So I should look at what I have for level 21. I don't think the hirelings at level 21 really suit me much, because I think they don't get really amazing. Yeah, the selection is pretty lame. YO doesn't have the buffs I want, so it's still our level 18 or 19 Miranen. Because man, oh man, did we have some sweet battles yesterday. Had a rare lich, which we could do almost no damage to, so it took probably 5 minutes or more. I don't know, I wasn't timing it, there was too much excitement, but it was just a non-stop battle. I used a ton of mana. I think this was the only spell that could even remotely attempt to do some damage on the lich, and so hopefully we won't run into that rare again, but if we do, we'll just have to slog through it again, because I don't have a lot of things to take on legendary level liches. Even if it is normal, it was quite a jaunt. Alright, so we'll go to House Jarasco, go to the tavern. The tavern, we go to the bone grinder, and thus we'll begin our adventure. So, in the interim, because you didn't get to see yesterday's recording, I found some filigrees on I've been calling them augments, but found some filigrees on the auction house site. Ooh, the leg. Alright. Well, got a couple of shadow strikes. They were the ones I could afford. They lined up closest with what I am doing with this build, and even though I don't do any assassination DCs. It's working its way up to dodge. Dodge doesn't really help a whole lot because I think I'm kind of... Yikes, where's all my dodge? What's going on here? I have 10 dodge. Well, that's strange. I'm always up at about 10 dodge. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like I'm missing a piece of equipment somewhere. What have I done? Huh. Everything else looks pretty right. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know at the moment, but my dodge is extremely low. And I'm usually at 10. Man, that's unnerving. Like, I feel like I've had something that was helping me out, and now I've lost it. Alright, well anyway, we can get some of this junk off the screen and not fret too much about that, but that is, seems highly suspect. Alright, blood on the vine, and then we can go to the bone grinder. Oops, you're right by the thing. Send me to the bone grinder. And I am so puzzled. Like, did they do something to epics? Like, yeah, really, 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 really bizarre. Alright, let's get our things up and then we'll start going through this story mode. Now that I'm prepared for it and kind of have an idea of where to look for things. Even though I'll still need to rely on the map, because man, oh man, was it something. But I think I managed to get it all into an hour. Let's get these buffs going, because the stuff out here hits pretty tough for our level since we're way under it. But it's not too terrible. Gotta turn that on. Maybe just porting into here. Yeah, I'm really... I'd be puzzled about that. Alright, so Vine Blights. That means our favorite Sawalich Druid needs to be laid waste to. Such is the fate of evil. Alright, should have been a nicer druid, so we'll check the spots. It's not here, it's not there, so it's up by the werewolves. I will be quiet while the narration happens for these because the voice acting is...
I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden things changed, so I'm gonna quick bring up the map so I can see where I need to go next. And from Journal 1, Journal 2 is up by the lake. Alright, so we'll just keep on trucking over there. Oh, we've got a rare. So we do take on rares, so that's kind of mandatory. So we hit 6-1. Probably should have buffed with all the good stuff on. Hold on, buff in the middle of this battle. We're probably not gonna die. Although we could die. There's always a possibility when I'm playing. But I think we got it. Alright. That was some interesting sound effects. Alright, but like I said, I'm not, I don't know if we get a chest from that lady over there. Alright, let's find out real quick. Yeah, we do get a chest. So I'm always looking for chests because there may be, yeah, there's always something for us in a chest, so just head back the way we came. So we will be making stops for chests if we see them. That's just mandatory. I need the loot, and I'm looking for more filigrees that I can either sell to make money for other filigrees, because they probably get good deals on the shard exchange. So up by the lake here, there should be another one in various places. Let me guess. I might have to... Nope, it looks like we don't have to take those on because it's not actually by them, but they may aggro on us. I don't know. We'll find out. Is this the spot? Nope, it's not on this. Yeah, it looks like we got a 2-for-1. We need to do our battling over this way. Hopefully we don't aggro the ones over there. Oop, do not. There we go. Now there's one more spot that thing can be at. So we are at the tip of the lake. And the other can be on a little point right over here. Look at all these shrines. Like, yeah, I don't buy it, game. I don't think it's there, so I'm looking close here again. A couple of them are difficult to find. So there could be one in the water, which was not. The other one is, oh, by those, did I totally miss it? It was back at that fight. I'm not going by the shrine, they'll just get us. I think it was up here, which means we might have more monsters to fight. No, this doesn't seem right. Oh, there it is. It is over on that fence, so we're gonna have to fight the claws. Oh, for Pete's sakes, we got it all. And that's on a cooldown. Need to take that archer out. Alright.
I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. The war years, the killing years walked down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand.
Alright, so from there, the third is up around the bend. Yeah, it can be up here in the woods. There's a mysterious mist. There it is.
All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Borovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice.
Yeah, isn't that how it is when you're kind of fighting, you know, a war like that? I guess you might call it a holy war. Yeah, I mean, that's how people be, you know? I think I need to come over this way. There may be Alright, so I'm kind of looking around this area for number 4, because 4 is near where 3 was. Or can be, so we need to kind of... I hate coming through these forests. So that was Strahd's third journal over there. So there's a possibility it's back here. Oh, we got another rare, so prepare for battle. He seems to be a little softer, but could easily prove to be Alright, well, we've accomplished some goals at the same time. So yesterday, we found 4 over in this proximity. So it can also be up by the town itself, it looks like. Did I just see a glint? Yeah, it could be right here maybe on that stump. Stumps are always a sign. So I want to go a little bit further over here because sometimes these things are hidden away a little bit. So I just want to stand on this. That's where 3 could be. Now we got 3 right here. This was the one we just listened to. And so from this one, we're up on a little hill. Yep, that's where we are. So if we head straight west from here, if I turn myself straight west and just head this way, there could be another one. I don't think there is because we've already been over here. So we'll go to where approximately it could be. It looks like a little in the bushes maybe. Okay. They always hide them so well. Yeah, I don't think we're finding it here. So let's head towards the town a little bit. Just keep our eyes open. There it is by the bears. Alright.
I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both.
Yeah, so we can see it starts with some jealousy.
From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others. A rare beauty, who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine.
Yeah, so, you know, he looks at her like a treasure and something that will bring joy into his life, right? So, I don't know if those words he's talking about actually, you know, are the meaning of the name Tatiana. I don't know, you know, name origins and things like that. I mean, you could look that up if you really wanted to know. But yeah, so I guess he sees her as a source of joy in his brokenness from war and whatever he's been through. Don't ask me why I engaged them. I just wanted to. Alright, there's the Vistani camp, and I think I wanna... Alright, so for Lucky, the journal, I just want to go up here and take stock of the Vistani camp. I also like to look and see if Stan is around. I think his name's Stan. I don't remember. That tells you a story and gives you a chest, and it would just make the episode even more story-driven. Alright, so it may be on the bridge then. Wow, he dodged my attacks. You are a horrible, horrible... Kinda hoping it's on the thing, otherwise we gotta go for a swim again. Yesterday it was a swim, and I think it's gonna be a swim today. Looking for a sweet spot. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to be going for a swim. Because I'm not seeing it here and I'm not seeing it there, which means it's got to be over where it was yesterday. And I'm not seeing it over here, so it's supposed to be on the bridge. Did we get ripped off? Don't aggro the will-o-wisps, guys. Ugh. Oh, it's under the bridge. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Alright, well, good to know.
I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her. Elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set.
So yeah, I mean, he really kind of, has a thing for her, but she doesn't see him as, someone, I suppose he feels rejected, but he also seems to have, some idea that, she belongs to him. And that's kind of what creates the envy in people, right? When you see somebody has something that you want to have, or what you think you have a right to, then it can lead to envy, and envy it's a pretty bad place to be, because envy is one of those problems where if you can't have it, then no one can, and it leads to other evils. Alright, so I'm looking around here for number 7. Supposedly on the left, it could be on the right, or it could be farther down, so I think we'll go a little bit farther down. It's probably down a little bit more. There it is on my left, but we're gonna have to fight the we're gonna have to fight these scarecrows for it, because I chose to engage them. Nice, that thing actually did something for once. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight these things for it, because they're gonna wake up. That was a nice shot.
With words she called me brother. But when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name. Death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine.
Yeah, it sounds like Tatiana may have, we all have imperfections, and hers being her love for her young age and beauty, which, that stuff passes. I mean, you age, things happen to you, and so, but to Strahd, that clearly, yep, I knew that would happen at some point. That's when these things get the better of you. So yeah, we all have those little things, that pick at us, or, our imperfections. Will-o-wisp, please don't be by the will-o-wisps. Like, well, we can buff up with electric, but they also spam magic missiles, which... And they do Scorching Ray. I'm gonna give Animated a little more fire than everybody else, and then we'll just do the... we'll do the big one, and then I'll get more buffs on myself, because I'm sure they've come off. I'm guessing we need to fight those for it. Yep. Well, we can risk it, but I think they'll aggro on us. Yeah, I'm not gonna chance it. We'll just take them out. We do have one trick up our sleeves that if they just stand there in it, they'll get destroyed. Alright.
The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death too soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood.
So yeah, that's where envy leads you. You know, you don't. Sometimes it just leads from one bad thing to another, and now he's committed another, you know, deadly sin, murder, and not only that, the murder of his brother. And in addition to that, you know, he's given his self to over to death because he, you know, his pact with death that he just made, and thus began his eternity in his own hell, and taking everybody along with him. All these people that live in this land are all stuck here. So, you know, the story is really, really interesting. Alright, from this point, we now follow the road straight from the bridge. Alright. Well, these are an attack of opportunity. That was a whiff. Alright, so number 9 can be up by the castle. Yesterday it was all the way up by the castle, but oh! We got the death salad again. Alright, well, let's work our way towards them. We don't want to necessarily bring every creature in. Yeah, he was, he's highly resistant to a lot of things. I don't think this does anything to him, but makes me feel better about myself. No, I see force damage on him, so... Well, that spell lasts way too little. Make sure we got a death ward on again. No filigrees. Rumor has it that you can get filigrees out of here, but I'm not believing it until I see it, I guess. Call me a doubting Thomas. But I have not got a single filigree out of any of the rare chests out here. Although I am grateful for the rares. Oh, so there may be one. Maybe we're lucky and we get our... Oh, that one actually stuck. Still wondering about where all my dodge went to. Yep, stand and gloat over his corpse. I mean, at the end of the day, these people are all just kind of... Oh, a Swallich Druid. We gotta walk past that group, so... Yeah, they got such good AC, I missed quite a bit. I don't know if I'm missing or getting lots of ones. Now, if we're lucky, it'll be down here at the... Nope. So it's not here, which means... I think there's one more potential for it to be down here. There it is. We got lucky, so we don't have to go up into the forest. Or wait, no, it's not here. I guess I was hallucinating that one. It may be up at the castle. Heard a snarling sound. Alright, so let's look at number 9 again. So number 9 can be up the path. Number 10 can also be up there. So no matter what we do, we gotta go, potentially go up the road to the castle. I have not seen it, so means we got another. Alright, so back to the Swalich Druid. I know all these branches are nicely rooted in their weediness. To manage to stick one of our shots on it. Alright, so I'm thinking 9 is all the way up the... Oh no! That's always a possibility in here, of these flame skulls in this area. Yeah, we took a little bit of a absorption from those fellows, so that's what... Yeah, I don't like the flame skulls, and now that I know they're in this instance, I'm not liking it. These are just easy kills to work way up, so for when we get to Tatiana's story, we may find some value in taking a potion. That doesn't look like it. We haven't really got that many of them. These are real gargoyles, so we're going to have them to deal with. Yep, all of these are real gargoyles. Yesterday was a luckier day. So I'm keeping my eye out for number 10 as well, because 10 is up the path. Melt you all. Yeah, I was so focused on looking to my one side, I didn't check my other side. I'm usually cautious when I'm running Was that my book that just did 500? No, sonic damage. Alright, so I have not seen number 10, so it means it could be over on that side. There's a little pedestal up by those. I really hate the fact that there are flame skulls in this instance, because we're in flame skull area, so we got some fake. Alright, so are you up here, number 10? Grabbing these because they're worth money. Alright, fake gargoyles the rest of the way. Whoop! That's odd. Wow. Careful, team. Yeah, if you're sensing a trap, that's awesome. Look at them all. I didn't know this was even possible. We get to collect trap parts. I'm gonna park my team. They're idiots. Holy cow. Alright, well that's all I need. I don't need to, and we'll bring them up here like this. Now one thing I was wondering in one of the episodes was if this lit up any differently than a normal, and it didn't. And it would be cool if it did, but I'm sure because it's a different instance. Yeah, it's the same place it was yesterday.
I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain. And a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her.
But you took the joy from her, Strahd, and that's, where, definitely we've all been in a position where we've, like, there's number 10 down there, so we gotta take out these owl bears. Or we'll work our way like this. I'm still expecting punishment for going here.
I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft. And I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate.
Yeah, just like that. All the joy is gone from everywhere. Her name, he said she was Joy, right? And so she I guess represents his, not only his desire to have Tatiana, but maybe, more, maybe there's more to it than that. I kind of figured that wasn't going to be a freebie. But yeah, I mean, maybe, his desire to have everything is, there's some more meaning to it than that. I don't know, it might be interesting to think about what it all means. Alright, so we're headed towards 11, which means following this road up a ways. Looks like we get to take out some more. Have a little fire, scarecrows. Alright, so we're coming up on it. Sometimes there's a mist around them, so it's not on our left. Oh, Alright, well, we got Stanmere. And we got a mysterious mist. And number 11. So first we'll listen to number 11, and then we'll listen to Stanmere's tale, or watch it anyway.
Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul. But I did not die. Nor did I live. I became undead forever.
And thus it begins, right? Alright, so we just stand here and we kind of get my team out of his dialogue. In fact, we'll stand back a little bit and just read it. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird, twisted version of you know, Sodom and Gomorrah maybe, where you've got, you know, the angels go over to the dude's house and and all the people in the village are like, give them to us, you know, we want to do insidious things to them. And I mean, that's where the similarity ends, it seems. It just kind of reminded me of that, where they're taking care of Strahd, but the townspeople are all outside, and or you know, and they want him back, and they're hungry like wolves. It just had some parallels to that story, I think. All right, so number 11. There's a couple ways we go around it, but now we go back, we backtrack, and we hook up the other side of the road. So once we get to the bridge, there's another, this forms kind of a big almond-shaped circle, this path. And so on one side of the almond are, you know, 9, 10, 11, and then on the other side of the almond from the bridge as the one point. It's more like a football shape, I guess, a really weird football shape. That's probably a better description than almond. Or you could say it looks like a giant eye. There's also that possibility, but we're going to stop here and rebuff. I've noticed all of our elemental buffs came off, so, which means we're going to rebuff this. Now, number 12 could be on the island over there. We're hoping it's not, but it could be. So, number 12 could be on our left up ahead a little bit. Whoop, let's get our Shield of Faith on. Looks like my weapon buffs came off. Oh, I gotta pay attention because I'm looking so much at one thing that I'm missing other potential things. Alright, not seeing any of the telltale things. I think these Vargoyles. Ah, there we go. Lucky us. Number 12 is right over here. There's always something guarding them, so my guess is it's ghosts.
I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me.
Yeah, so he's all wrapped up in some deadly sins, right? I mean, he's got envy, maybe pride. You know, we heard him at the very beginning how he was, you know, this warrior fighting for a god with none of the grace or mercy. You know, and then he runs into envy, and then murder and avarice. You know, who knows? Like, maybe he's meant to be that representation of you know, all the various sins. I mean, it's a pretty easy thing to include in your story. I mean, you know, it gives you. I mean, it's a really nice story overall. I like the voice acting and everything. Alright, so number 12 was there. 13 is fairly close. It could be up on the left or the right, so we need to keep our eyes open. Do I see it over there? It's over there on the right. So we probably are going to run into undead or something. There's always something.
I have have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp. But she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me! What will it take to bend her love to me?
Whoops, went too far. So it was 13 back here. It must have been up on the hill and I... 13. So it's up on the... Yeah, it's up here somewhere probably. There's one stump that it could be on. Wasn't there. The 13 can be either on the right or left side, way ahead of the other one. So did I just totally miss it and it's down by the lake? Nope. So that's where 13 could be. We'll go back a little bit more in case there's less landmarks kind of to see on the map. I feel bad for getting them out of order. Maybe these mountain folks are guarding it. Ah, you're smart like me. Hide behind junk so the enemy can't get you. Alright, oh, crying out loud. No, this was 12, I think. Yeah, 12.
I've studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me.
There it is.
It is the sun and its light I fear the most. But little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword... that cursed sword that Sergei brought... I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun.
Yeah, so like that seems to be his only desire now is to live eternally in his state, I reckon.
I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp. But she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me! What will it take to bend her love to me?
Alright, well sometimes these bags are a trap. Sometimes they're just a bag. Alright, 15 is coming up. Probably by those wolves, I reckon. Wow, we CC'd that wolf really bad. Probably broke its ankle. Oh, all Sawalach druids must perish. Alright, wait for them to get in our sights again. You guys are fantastic at your job. Get him, box cat. Ugh. Teach him to read. Alright, so now we're on to the last one. Oh my goodness, Strahd, right out in the street. There's a mysterious mist, and we're looking for number 15, which... Yeah, repair all my stuff. It's really taking a beating today, and you might as well take all this junk off my hands while we're out here in the forest working on story mode. Thanks for your services, bud. This has been excellent. So there's a mist. I'm wondering, have I gone too far? Well, 15's close to where the football ends, so until we see... Yeah, we got a little ways to go, I think. And this one could be also trapped. Yep. Oh, look at these guys over here just watching. Like, if we don't say anything, he might not notice us. Oh, there's... Okay, so there's our... Is that it over there? There it is. So, right in the middle of this Stonehenge. Or... Wow. No, that's a crest. I've never actually done these. Okay, well... Go back the way we came in so we don't have to deal with will-o-wisps. Alright, so 15 can be near where the crest of that wolf was. Alright, so it was over there, so let's take a look up here. Go over here? Not seeing anything that would look like, it would support that. Like all those traps around that building isn't suspicious. You know, so it could be in that building, which it's not. Alright, so then it could be more to the other edge of the trail, so we kind of may have walked past it. We'll check. There it is. In typical fashion, probably surrounded by ghosts. Yep.
I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me.
Yeah, so it seems like he's ended up in a prison of his own making. The prison of all of his sins that he has committed, his evils that he's done. And now I mean, maybe this is the justice he deserved, and he has received his justice, and by, you know, finding the Sun Sword and ending it all at the end at the end of our quest, you know, we do end up giving him mercy, which, you know, I've heard mercy defined by some smarter than me as, you know, the love you deserve, or like love when you deserve it the least but need it the most. And I don't know, maybe we're not necessarily giving him mercy, I don't know, but I think that will end our episode, and I will end up hunting down these little crests. I've never opened this chest here, and I'm going to do that. But this episode's going on up onto an hour, and I don't want to drag it out too much longer. So I'll leave you all with this view of our next part of the episode. The lights are off. Sometimes they're on. Maybe they're always off. I don't know, but this beautiful view of this tower. That's where we'll begin our next episode. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.